Where's that hecking on button? Ooh, I found it! Let's play! Good evening, everybody. Loke here with another episode of Curiosity Killed the Bat, where we interview creatives in the furry fandom. This week we have a fluffy yellow foxo with a bit of a blep. It's Bruno!
You alright? How's
Hello.
it going?
Yeah, so we've got Bruno. Again, he is a YouTube fur who does awesome content. You may see he was sort of like put forward in one of PR's earlier videos when I believe it was called Helping Out the Little Guy. I think it was several months ago. So
shit, I remember that. I actually forgot that existed, and that trips me out that you mentioned that. You've done your work.
Yeah,
holy crap.
Yeah, I really like to know more about creatives in the furry fandom. So yeah, I do a bit of research before starting off the interview. But yeah, I've seen quite a bit of your content. It does tend towards the meme side, which I really do appreciate. Yeah. It's so good because it just resonates with me. It's great.
Thank you. I mean, I suppose I don't know. It's a very instinctive channel. A lot of it, I don't ever sit down and blueprint it out. I'm not like, oh, okay, so what am I gonna do today? This is gonna happen. No, it's just full on. Like, I'll be in bed like 3 a.m. and I'm like, okay, right, this is happening, and then I just straight up make some shitty meme. but there you go. That's how it works.
No, really. Yeah, like I believe it was Fursuit Crush was the one that caught my attention with to that particular thing.
My god, that is like one of the videos I'm actually fully proud of. I love I love that video so much.
It is a good video.
I and this will sound you'll hear this from every creator. Every creator like hates on their content, like their earlier content. But like that Fursuit Crush one is the thing with me is I love bad puns, like really bad pun, and it's my favorite thing to do in the world. And like just sitting in the middle, like when I was in like class, like you know I've finished school now, but like when I was back in school, I'd just sit and call out the teachers would hate me because I would just ruin the lesson because I put pause button on them and just hit them with the shittiest pun I could think of. And that's how that video was born. I just thought Fursuit Crush, okay, I'm gonna write Fursuit on a piece of paper and crush it, and that's the entire video. Like 2 minutes of your life basically being wasted just for that.
Not getting those 2 minutes back. Nuh-uh.
No, honestly, literally, that is like what it is supposed to be. Just a huge waste of your time.
So you say that you're really instinctive with your videos. In that case, what do you actually like record and edit with? Because I found that the way that I do content is very organic. So I don't do much editing. So I use OpenShot video editor. And I've noticed with yours that it varies quite a lot between having very high editing and very low editing. So what software do you use for that sort of thing?
Everything is done in terms of editing. Everything's done in Sony Vegas. I was stuck with like the thing with me in Sony Vegas is like I love it because I used to tinker with it so much. That and Photoshop, I just absolutely loved it since like year 7. When I found it, I just full on was just crazy. For reference, I was in year 7 in 2011.
Okay,
but like. Full on, like I just loved tinkering about with programs that I didn't know how to use, and like there would be times where I'd have to look up the odd YouTube video because I would have no clue what to do and be stumped. But like in terms of editing, Sony Vegas, and sometimes that's what I love about the channel is I want it to be a healthy mix of editing and high editing and low editing, because I mean I could use the word you used. It's more organic for me because, aspirationally, I can be like, oh, this is this one's a fun video. if I want to edit it. Like the level of editing comes from the amount of passion. Sometimes I can be passionate and therefore not edit it, or be passionate and therefore edit it. It's like,
of course,
it depends on how organic it is. It's hard to explain, but like hopefully that makes sense.
I sort of get what you mean. It's like you've got different, like, depending on your level of inspiration will depend on how much editing you do, or depending on the content that you want to create, that will then lead into the amount of editing that's required. I completely understand that. But yeah, in recent months, your YouTube presence has sort of like slowly died down, but your Twitter presence has sort of like increased, most notably through the Curious Cat service.
God.
But which I believe, like, if I'm right, it's every Tuesday. I've been noticing that as a trend.
No, yeah, it's every Tuesday.
Yeah, every Tuesday.
I have like a thing with Curious Cat. Like, I hate it so much, but like, it's just so weird. It's just a really weird. So I don't know if you have one.
No,
but you get weird.
That's not my. That's not my cup of tea.
No, it's not mine either. Don't get one. It's the worst mistake I ever made. I remember I made one like a year ago. Like I don't know what it was, like 3 years ago, with my old Sona. His name was Merc.
Yeah.
Like 3 years ago, I had like an Ask FM thing, or I can't remember what it was, but it was a similar service, and I got the weirdest questions in the world. So, and then I like just remade a Curious Cat, and then I got a Curious Cat, and then I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm getting rid of all these. And then I remade one like a few months ago, just because like I saw some funny responses my friends were making on Curious Cat, and I got it. I was like, okay, right, I can fuck with the people who are asking weird questions.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, the thing with me is I love to overshare. I love to
too much information and all that.
Yes, I'm like, I love it. I like being open book and call it like, I don't know, vain. But
no, like,
in all honesty,
it's understandable.
But yeah, no, I would much prefer. I'm happy you say that my presence on Twitter. I find it interesting that you say that my presence on Twitter has risen, at least, because I mean I don't know about that, but I mean sure. And with the YouTube, that's a whole matter of like how inspired I am to carry on making.
Yes.
But like I guess I'll talk about that in a bit anyway.
Yeah.
I suppose. But yeah, no, I just love bullshitting on Twitter. Just sitting there and be like, yo, I'm gonna tweet this for no reason whatsoever. So
because you're using Twitter slightly more than you may have used in the past, do you still think it's a valid platform for interacting with the furry fandom and outside the platform as well?
Absolute. I feel like Twitter is the furry platform. Yeah. Like you've got Amino, and like personally, I don't like Amino. I don't think it's. But I don't think it really works. Okay. In the way it was intended to. You've got Facebook. That's just a shitstorm.
Yeah. It's a bit of a mess at the moment.
Yeah. You've got what else have you got? I mean, you've got FA, but that's just
Reddit, I suppose, but it's not really.
Reddit. Yeah. Actually, Reddit's all right. But Reddit in general is great because it's just about communities, and furries is just another community on there. Yeah. But I'd definitely say that Twitter is like the best for furries, because you've got and plus the people who tend to go on Twitter tend to be quite autistic anyway. Yeah. And so every now and again, like earlier today, I just found some random, because I think the Spider-Man games, PS4 game, comes out.
Yes, it came out today. Just for source of reference, date of recording is the 8th of the 9th, 2018, just for those that are interested, yeah.
But yeah, so it came out today, and there was some fun fan art that someone posted, and they're not even a furry, but they got so much love from non-furries and furries, and I think that's kind of a magical thing to see. Yeah,
you see a lot of integration of the furry fandom into the gaming community. I suppose that's why the 2018 Confuzzled theme was so popular.
And just the mainstream community altogether, like mainstream media, excuse me.
Sorry?
In mainstream media in general, sorry.
Yes, yeah, of course. But it's essentially, because of that variation that we do see on your channel, and although you do say that it is mostly a spur of the moment thing, do you have any particular projects that you are considering doing, or like have in the pipeline as such?
I do. So my stance on YouTube right now is it's like, so personally, I don't want to be a furry YouTuber.
Yeah.
I want to be like just it. I don't even want to be a YouTuber. I just want to be a person who makes things and just whatever. Like just go for it. Whatever. It's same as like, you know, just being in the basement.
Yeah.
Have like your little pliers and go crazy, like stupid shit like that. So, and I mean, I do have something in the works right now, which was completely random. Like it came up, it was an idea that I thought of 2 weeks ago, based off of a performance I did back in 2015, because I have an acting career, and I did an act. For one of my auditions, I put a role together and made a like 3-page script, and it was about a transgender, a biological male who identifies as a female.
Yeah.
Named Simon. She's called Simon because she's not able to legally change her name yet.
Okay.
Because she's 17, and it's the project I'm making is called Monday to Friday. There's no video; it's just pure audio, and I won't reveal too much.
Yeah, no, that's quite right.
It's just her dealing with her final moments. That's what it's about. But it's called Monday to Friday.
Okay.
And it's about it's deep. It's very deep,
Yes.
and I enjoy it. I enjoy being, I guess, poetic every now and then, not to be pretentious, but being poetic like that. Like thinking, I like originality, I guess. Like that's the best thing I can say in terms of that. And being spur of the moment, I think that kind of seasons that well.
So would you say that because of that sort of having that admiration for originality, is that why you wish to distance yourself from some elements of furry YouTube, in that it is stagnating in parts?
Definitely.
Due to they're not being so not as creative with certain elements of furry. For example, fursuiting has sort of stagnated. There's a couple of exceptions, of course, but would you say that that's part of why you are trying to distance yourself from that part of the fandom?
Definitely. And I wouldn't even say I'm trying to distance myself. I want to go it's not even it's not distancing myself from a certain thing. It's just going a path and taking it. Yeah. And like, with furry YouTube, there is only so much. There really is only so much that one can do when it comes to being a furry YouTuber. Like, I think and it's such a formulaic, like, when you brand yourself as a furry YouTuber, and obviously there are exceptions, as you say, but when you brand yourself as a furry YouTuber, you are funneling yourself in a bit. And it's under my impression that I don't really identify furry content, even like Majira. I don't really identify like channels like that as furry YouTubers. I just base it off of each video that they put out. So if their next video happens to be about furries, then there you go, it's a furry video.
Yeah.
But that's why it's like, if you brand yourself as a furry YouTuber, you're promising to put out only furry content, which you will run out of.
Yes.
And I mean, in this day and age, you'll run out quicker than ever, because 2018, there are so many new furry YouTubers. Unreal.
There's a massive saturation, not only in furry YouTube, but just in YouTube in general. Gaming,
like YouTube
blogging,
as a platform.
Everything.
And I personally, like, this is my thing with YouTube. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Which is,
that's fair. There's a lot of problems with it. So.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I'm not saying, when I say YouTube, I have to clarify YouTube, the platform, not the people.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Whereas, whilst the community is very toxic, that's the community, not the content creators. The content creators get shit, like so much shit.
A lot
and
of it, yeah.
I wish there was some other way. I wish there was some other way to be a content creator, but YouTube has done too well for itself now.
So, keeping that in mind, are you aware that Twitch has started integrating services for uploading videos, not just in a VOD live stream format, but for an actual video format? And taking that into consideration, would you ever think of moving over to other services such as Twitch, if they were to improve to the point that YouTube has established itself?
So you're saying that basically Twitch will start like making videos available instead of live stream, like
yes.
on top of live stream. That's interesting. I think I did hear of that, but I thought it was done like a while ago. So
yeah,
maybe
it has been in the last few months.
Okay.
It's just slowly been integrated and developing, because of course when you're having to move over from sort of like live streaming alone, they have to establish bits and pieces on the back end. I don't know too much about that side of technical stuff.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know, because like YouTube has gone above and beyond any threshold, like in terms of like there is no other, nothing's gonna come close.
No.
Like, and that's a difficult one, because I think Twitch is a more community-based platform, because you get your custom emojis, or however you say it, sorry, and
those things.
you get your little subscription. Like you've got content creators who actually put effort into making, like, content creators on Twitch. Content creators can interact with their audiences. They get subscriptions, and then a little ding notification come up, and it's like, oh, hey, thanks for subscribing, hope you enjoy. And I mean, there's even some people who are like that. It's why I think Patreon is a saving grace, because
definitely.
And I think the existence of Patreon has actually even more like fulfilled, like, it's YouTube, like made YouTube the place to be, because now you no longer need ads. You can get rid of ads and just switch to Patreon, and which is a great thing in my opinion. I love Patreon. I think it's wonderful. I've got I'm subbed to a few people on Patreon, and I think the idea of wanting to give something, even if you don't get a reward, I just think that's wonderful. Like, that's such a great thing.
It really has revolutionized being able to produce content and videos on the YouTube platform, because
especially where YouTube, the devs of YouTube are fucking dying. Like, where are they?
Yeah,
they're just not people.
No, it has become a lot more mechanized on the back end, especially with sort of like sorting out. I can't remember what it's called now. When you get 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours watch time, that thing. There you are. But essentially, Patreon has made it so much more viable, as I believe somebody did the maths, and a $1 donation for the month makes you a lot more than any advertising would do on the platform.
Absolutely. Because, oh my god, you have to like hope to be like, you have to be like Lil Pump or some crazy personality if you want to actually go, because YouTube loves that. YouTube just loves sucking dicks of like good, actual relevant quote unquote people. Like, you just have to be a mainstream personality basically to actually have a chance on YouTube, and even then you've already made it. Like, why would you want to be on YouTube? And
when considering the furry fandom, there's not really a mainstream personality side of things with furries. So.
I mean, and the closest thing I can think of to, no, I can't think of anyone who would be even remotely in this fandom, like close to mainstream. Like the fandom itself is approaching mainstream in my opinion, but on YouTube, I mean, YouTube is a toxic place with a toxic community.
Extremely.
So, I mean,
you just have to look at the comments to actually lose faith in humanity. So.
Yeah, which is why I just dislike YouTube. It's why I'm really put off. The only things I watch on YouTube are things like, I'm not really. I kind of grew out of games, but I still love Street Fighter. Like, that's my whole passion, and I'll watch like Street Fighter because I'm a fan of, like, you probably don't know the players. Well, you might do, but like Daigo Umehara, Takedo, they're like popular Street Fighter players, and I'm like huge fans of theirs. And that's the only thing I watch on YouTube, just Street Fighter. Other than that, I don't watch YouTube.
Cool. No, like that. Yeah, it's interesting to hear that, because it's like with YouTube being a lot more pervasive in sort of just like popular culture, I suppose, at the moment. It's become a lot more mainstream from the days of cat videos and that sort of thing.
Street Fighter videos are riddled with ads. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, like there's a few different independent properties, especially surrounding Nintendo, where you get bombarded with ads if you don't have takedown notices. So I have to say that's the only reason why Luke and I haven't featured any Nintendo content on the channel.
In fact, it's funny you say that, because one of my videos, I think it's what's it called? Like, it's talking about furry hate or something like that. I can't remember it, but it's a video about me just saying, like, lol, why does furry hate exist? Like, in a funny way, in like I get why it exists, but also why does it? But anyways, and in the start of that video, I literally used a Wii Shop channel, and nothing's been done. Like, it hasn't even detected it on the whatever algorithm it uses to detect music. But it hasn't even detected the Wii Shop music. Yeah.
I think, again, because you see the Wii Shop music and so many different sort of like iterations of it, let's say.
Yeah. I love that song so much.
Yeah. Like the uncomfortable pause one, that has to be my favourite. It's like dun dun.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dun, dun. It's horrible.
Oh, that is so good, that one.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, right. That's actually a really good tangent to going off into what else we want to talk about. So, you may know that Luke and I, we produce our fair share of gaming videos, so it would be remiss of us not to ask what your favourite video game is and why.
Of course.
Yes.
Whew. Now this I could really ramble about, because whilst I'm not that much of a gamer now, it was basically my childhood, 100%. In terms of childhood favourite, like absolute ever, Ratchet and Clank.
That's a good choice.
Like, Ratchet and Clank 3, best game ever. Like, hands down, I love that game. And I haven't touched it in years, and I can't wait to play it again. There will be a day where I play it again, and I can't wait for that day. And the series as well. Like, I had an old YouTube channel. I'm not going to tell you the name of it because it is mortifying. But it was literally a Ratchet and Clank channel, and it actually did really well. And it did pretty well for a Ratchet and Clank channel. Like, no Ratchet and Clank channel does well because it's Ratchet and Clank. But like, it was just full on obsession about Ratchet and Clank. It was so weird and just stupid. And I was like some 13-year-old who'd be like, "Oh my god, let's like, look at the new Ratchet and Clank teasers, and we can like formalize from the boots that he's like in space." And like, it was like so stupid. And I do Let's Plays, but they're gone now. I mean, I could give you like a little soundbite of my like terrible 13-year-old voice if I manage to find it. If I do,
okay.
But yeah. Other than that, right now, the only game I play is Street Fighter 5. And Street Fighter 4 every now and again. I love Street Fighter. Fighting games is one of the things I grew up on. I mean, Street Fighter was the only game I grew up on. I can't play Mortal Kombat for the life of me. I can't play Tekken. I can't play any other game other than Street Fighter, which is the game I love at the moment. Battlefield, good series. I like that. COD, I like COD. I think Black Ops 3 was good because of the zombies. Yeah,
zombies is always a hit with Treyarch's iteration of Call of Duty.
And it's so samey, but it never dies. It never dies.
It is like, basically a zombie at this point. It really is.
Yeah, it's just full on. And other than that, let me see my library actually. Sorry about this.
It's alright. No, it's fine. Well, while you're looking for your library,
go for it.
Would you be able to give your opinion on the Ratchet and Clank movie? Because that came out, I believe, 2 years ago.
I didn't see it, but I really want to see it. Oh my god. And like, no. Bastard, I forgot that existed. No, I need to watch it. Oh my god. Right, and I know it's trash. Yeah, I looked at it. Let me look at the reviews, mate. Trust one sec.
I'll bring the reviews up as well on the little video. It's
please do.
Interesting.
No. Oh my god, it's got 85% on Metacritic.
For audience or for?
Oh, for the game. For the game.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's the game,
not the movie. I was going to
say. The games are good.
Yeah, no, oh my god, but the game really pisses me off. Like, I hate to say, right, have you said, right, no, I've got to send you this segment, because,
Okay.
and you've got to show this in the video.
Yeah, of
But, like,
course.
there is a cutscene, please play it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh man, am I happy you two dudes showed. I've been out here all night.
I can't believe it, Skid McMarks. I have seen every one of your races. You pulled off a triple Nova spin at Mach 2 at last year's Kerwin Cup.
It's always good to meet a fan, little dude.
I am Clank. This is Ratchet. Your uncle received your infobot and asked us to assist you.
Oh, I was wondering if you got that. My agent and I have been running from those blarg all night. Only we ended up getting separated in the chaos, and I took a gnarly fall getting out of the Skid McMark Sports Shack.
Look at the trashy lip sync. Like, you can tell they used movie cutscenes. They used movie segments for the cutscenes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is not okay. Like, this is the most rushed game in the world, because the gameplay is stunning. The graphics are stunning. The pixelizer, oh my god, that looks so cool. And I haven't played it, bearing in mind, I've just seen tons about it.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's perfect. It's like what it captures the original so well, in my opinion. Well, albeit with it's a bit like it's a bit mainstream in terms of style. Like the original one was like stylistically very wacky, very like, you know, very hearty. And I will say that the remake is a bit more mainstream in that, which isn't a bad thing. It works
a bit more
well.
sweet and saccharine. That sort
Yes,
of like,
yeah, and it's less like up your ass, I guess. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but like the cutscenes. Oh my god! Like you can tell that they had like a day left until release to make those cutscenes, because holy shit,
Just
they are
from the movie.
not the first. And there's cutscenes as well. There's a cutscene where he talks to Sid, and it makes me want to cry because he doesn't move. His eye, he doesn't blink. He doesn't jolt his head. His mouth just moves really robotically. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh my god, I could go up forever about it. But yes, no, I need to watch the movie because, and I will love it. I know I'll love it because it's Ratchet. Like, man, come on, I love you. And like, that sounded so stupid. Oh my god.
Fine.
But no, like, and I know it's gonna be trash. I know it's a shitty game movie, but in all honesty, I'm just happy to see him on the screen.
So you say it's like bad game movies. Would you say there's any game movie that you would say is good, considering all of those that have been produced in recent years?
I don't know, because I haven't actually seen many, if at all.
Yeah.
I can't think at all. I cannot think of ones I have. I can't think of any.
So I'll chuck a few out and just say if you've seen them. So like Tomb Raiders, there's 1, 2, and the new reboot that came out. Doom, that there was one with the Rock in.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I've
Chronicles
seen
of Riddick. That's another.
No. I've seen, but I will say I've seen Tomb Raiders.
Yes.
And I didn't see the new one that came out, which I really do want to see. It's probably not that good, is it? I think I've seen the reviews. I think it got like 50 or 60%, which is decent.
Yeah,
for
a game movie. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I love the original Tomb Raiders purely because hang on a sec. I just want to check. Like, I know who it is, but I just want to check.
Yeah.
Before I get the name wrong. I know. Oh, like first. 1 sec. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Mechanical keyboards are like amazing.
It is.
I love them.
I just wanted to. Sorry, yeah.
It's all right.
I just wanted to check. Yeah, it is definitely Angelina Jolie.
Yes.
And they cast her perfectly. Like, Angelina Jolie as Tomb Raider is absolutely perfect. I am really gutted that they didn't cast her again for a new movie. Like, but I mean, the person looks in the new one does look promising. But I think I know the originals are trash, but I watched them as a kid and I loved them because there was some stupid like action movies, and I think I just love the originals purely because of Angelina Jolie. I think she captures what Tomb Raider is 100%.
Yeah, definitely. I cannot agree more. You just see that, and then you see the games, and then the voice is so similar, and it's just like it works.
It's like shocking. It's like really, really good. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. Because like Tomb Raider is like the thing that I used to play as a.
I want to know if she played the games, because if she did, that would be the best.
Because it's like there was Tomb Raider Legends Anniversary and Underworld, which had really really good gameplay, but then it sort of like deviated off into horrible survivalism.
You know, the funny thing is, actually, I remember I had Legends and Anniversary on the DS.
Oh wow!
And those were so much fun. They were actually so much fun. And I think I played Underworld. That's the one with the Kraken and that, like with the huge I played that halfway through, but I couldn't complete it because Kraken utterly terrified me.
Yeah, you're basically breaking into this poor Kraken's house and dropping a thing on its head, and it's like, why? You're just trying to enjoy dinner.
Oh my god! But and other than that, I had Tomb Raider: The Angel of Darkness. I don't know if you know that game. Oh
god, yes.
But and everyone hates it, but I love it.
It's difficult. It's very difficult for a Tomb Raider game.
But that's why this is the thing with me. I am obsessed with impossible games. I love them.
Yeah.
They are because I'm the most determined person you will meet. Like I will break a leg to get to that point. Like honestly, I'm so into it. And I love impossible things. Like even in terms of sports as well. Even if I'm out of my league, I'll just be like, nah, let's do it. See, I'm like so crazy.
I think if it was updated, the story would hold together. But because the controls are so tanky, it's just so off-putting.
You press forward and she takes and she just stands there for like 5 seconds and then moves slightly to the right. It just, oh my god. And try playing it with a keyboard.
Oh god.
It's so difficult. I think the jump button is like M. What?
Why?
Like, I don't know. You don't use WASD. You use like FYJ V spacebar. Like it's what are you doing? I love it though. It's so stupid.
And the save system is so broken as well. It's like I believe I saved halfway down through a fall, and then each time I kept like reloading, it's like keep falling. It's like
why does it exist? Why does the stealth button exist? It's like what does she? It doesn't do anything. They just shoot you in the back anyway. Oh my god, it's such a broken game. I love it. This is the thing with me. I like have an ironic love for things.
Yeah.
Because when something is terrible, I just can't help but love it because it's so adorably shit.
So are games like Quap and the Impossible Game and the one where you're trying to climb up a mountain with a sexy hiking and its spiritual sequel, Getting over it with Bennett Foddy.
Oh my god, that game broke me. I can't. That game broke me. I'm saying this now. That shits on so you know the Impossible Game.
Yes.
And Geometry Dash.
Yes.
Those I've full on completed those. I'm actually nutty about those kind of games. Impossible Game. I'll be like, yo, sweet. Look at me bragging rights. But then I oh my god. But getting over it is the worst. It's such. It's a great game. It's so genius. And you watch streams every time. They're the guy is you know how Bennett Foddy talks to you in the game. Every time all the streamers are like, shut up, and they mute him, and I love that because he's gotten the better of them, and it's so good. It's just he's such a poetic fuck, and I love it. It's just perfect. He's just such a bastard, and he made this trash game. But it broke me. I can't do it. I just can't.
It is one of those sorts of games where it's like, you're not really meant to complete this. Just
you're not. If you do complete, wow, holy, PewDiePie completed it. What the? Of all people, this guy, credits to PewDiePie fucking completing that, mate. Because I mean, he's rage quit most of the games that he's played in the past.
Sort of his thing, isn't it?
Fan. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's just with YouTubers like Jacksepticeye and that it's like they have these really loud personalities.
Yeah,
that's sort of what sells their image.
That's definitely
almost.
It's and it's because they're so unhinged with the way they scream and go crazy about games. That erraticness is just not the daily norm, which is why I think they have such huge fan bases.
Yeah, it catches people's attention due to just that obtuseness.
Whoa. Yeah, straight up. That's it.
But I suppose drawing things to a close, you've contributed to the fandom positively in your own unique way with the with the content that you have produced, with it being so sort of like on the ball and inspired. How the furry has changed for both the good and the bad, as every culture does. So I suppose my question is, what do you personally think the future holds for the furry fandom?
I think it will be mainstream.
Yes.
I think that it will. I mean, in what 10 years' time, either something colossally shit is going to go down, and it will just be not okay to be a furry.
Yeah.
Or and that's, I don't think that will happen, no, but it could. But I think what will happen is it will become mainstream, like it, and I mean it's on its way already. Like
slowly but surely, yes.
Like there is no longer you don't get hate anymore, and if you do, it's kind of like a brush off thing. It's not a full on attack.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I genuinely believe that it will be made, and I reckon like it will be more integrated in like just as a daily hobby thing, because there's people who consider it a lifestyle and there's people who consider it a hobby.
Yeah, you do have that dichotomy of interaction with the fandom.
Mm-hmm. And that only goes really for online. I mean, it will never not be the case where you walk out of City Thameslink where London Furs is and see suddenly a bunch of suits and not, oh my god, I went to London Furs like a couple weeks ago, and I've never seen a more confused family in my life. It was the most beautiful thing, and I just wanted to, just shake their hand and just be like, come with me, because I wasn't dressed up in anything. So I to them I was probably not part of this. But like I was, and I just wanted to like just help them out, but I didn't. I just let them be stranded amidst this crazy chaotic mess of just fur. It was so funny. But yeah, no, I think it'll be mainstream. I really do.
Awesome. That is a question that I ask to everyone that comes on Curiosity Kill the Rat, because it's just interesting to get people's different words. I always lose my word sequences. It's always interesting to get people's take on that, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I just find it a very interesting topic. So it's awesome.
And like I think it's really cool as well seeing, because I mean, for example, when I went to London Furs with you, that's how I met you. Right, for the record, I met you at London Furs, and you gave me a little card, your little
business cards,
your channel card, and there's a lot of people like at there's a lot, like Mangusu was at the last one, and while I didn't say hi, like everyone was just chill with him and they didn't go crazy over it. Like I was really shocked to see how chill everyone was around furry YouTubers, and even like, and they even like hit up, like there was a couple furry YouTubers who met each other, and I didn't really know them personally, but someone pointed them out, and they literally just like they just were like, okay, yo, let's collab, let's like do this, let's just work together on this.
Do a thing.
Really cool. Yeah, and just it's I'm really shocked at how communal the furry fandom is compared to the rest of the world, because in the rest of the world, if I don't know, Kendrick Lamar came out of nowhere, everyone would just be screaming.
They'd lose their minds.
Bloodlust everywhere. But like if some furry YouTuber or personality comes along, they're never enough of a personality to be absolutely crazed over. But they'll be loved.
Yes.
And that's
awesome. But yeah, thanks once again for coming on Curiosity Killed the Bat. So I absolutely love having creative individuals in these like scenarios. It's great just to get to know more about people. So
I appreciate it, and thank you for having me.
It's awesome. But unfortunately, it does come to that shill bit of the video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If not, that's perfectly fine as well. Those sorts of things can go and just be like lost, much like bloodlusted furries over non-existent personalities, because we don't want that. We don't want blood everywhere. We already have people molting fur, so that would be bad. But yes, thank you once again for watching our videos. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and good night.
Thank you very much.